Well, how about this? How about the lesson of what you get out of just the travel in general? Why are you doing all the things you're doing anyways, right? It is to help people. But if you don't ever get your downtime, if you don't enjoy it, then it's kind of, it's kind of pointless. I think my biggest lesson is like, do the stuff you want to. If you can do it, do it. Like, do the stuff you want to do, because you just don't know, if you're going to have that to do later. I used to tell people I was a realtor, right? And I still am, right? Still a real estate agent, but it goes far beyond just helping clients buy and sell now, because there's so many more business arms and verticals that I'm involved in at this point. We run the #1 team at EXP Realty in Richmond, Virginia. We also have a mortgage company. We have a title company. We have a fix and flip company, so we buy houses, we fix them up, we sell them, and then we raise capital and we purchase apartment buildings. So we have a capital raising investment company as well. We've got over 300 apartment doors. We're helping agents grow. We've got over almost 400 agents with us at EXP Realty, so 34 agents on team. I mean, I think just seeing how people's lives are slowly but surely getting better each and every day, that's kind of where we're at now, I think, in the business. 10 years ago, it was just selling houses. Now, there's just so many more broader impacts that we're having, which is pretty great. When I look at clients, like I've had clients that have reached out that had been renting for like 10 or 15 years, the same rental, they had perfect credit, they had good income, and they just never bought a house. And I think about people like that we were able to get into homes, and now I look back 6, 7 years later, and they show up to every client appreciation party and they're like, man, we're so thankful that you got us into a house. And now they've got hundreds of thousands of dollars in equity, and it's their biggest investment that they have, right? I think, more people need to be shown the way. And then I look at agents that come to me and they're struggling. I've had agents that have dealt with depression, agents that just didn't know how they were going to pay their rent, agents that didn't know what they were going to do to get their next paycheck or their next meal, right? And then being able to see them turn their life around and be able to provide for their family and be able to buy their own houses and be able to invest, right? So it's twofold, right? It's like on the team side, the EXP side, and the coaching side, it's like, man, I'm watching these agents change their lives. But then on that home purchaser side still, it's like, man, we're still driving to help 500 families a year just within our team, right? Because watching those people that didn't have homes attain home ownership is just, it's huge. It's huge for people. I wasn't raised with wealth, right? I didn't come from money. I didn't go to college. I skipped college. I graduated high school at 16. Bought a house at 18, but no cosigners. I got my first credit card by talking to a guy I sold ads to that ran a bank, and I was like, can you help me get a credit card? And he wrote a letter to the credit bureau with my application so I could get a credit card at 18. So yeah, it was a grind. Everybody looks now and they think, oh, it's always been, it was a 10-year grind from nothing. So yeah, that's probably would surprise most people. I actually do about 10 Bible studies a week. And I think, I talk to people a lot of times that are like, man, I don't know how you do all the work you do and how you run all these companies. And then they find out that my entire Friday and Saturday is just Bible studies. And then, then I go to, meetings on Sunday and Tuesday. And, sometimes I'm doing Bible studies midweek. And I really like that effect, that why, to be able to help people with more than just money. You know what I mean? So when people find that out about me, most people don't realize that that's like the biggest thing that I do in my life. All of the EXP and revenue share and selling and team running and apartments, that really just funds the ability to be able to drop what I'm doing and go help people where I think it really matters, right? Which is their long-term hope, their long-term lifestyle. So that is definitely my actual why. At the end of my career, right, I always think about like, what would people think if they came to my funeral, right? If I'm gone, what are they gonna say? And so I always go back to like that core value of just like be the agent that other agents want to help. Like at the end of the day, you want people to show up because they're like, man, every time I needed that guy, he was there. He answered his phone or at least called me back, right? You know, when I needed help with my family, he was there. When I needed help with my, my marriage, he was there. When I needed help with real estate, he was there. When I needed help with investments, he was there, right? He helped me grow my business. He was there when I needed it, right? That's like the biggest thing. I think if people just realize, like, man, that dude would give you the shirt off his back. That is by far the biggest accomplishment that we can have at the end of the day, I think.